Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Do you remember who said this? We live times where telling the truth is a revolutionary act. No, those times are right now when telling the truth is a revolutionary act, really. Why? Because we are prevented from telling the truth through auto-censor. That means if you don't auto-censor, if you don't, keep your mouth shut and you don't discuss certain things, there will be repercussions that would affect your life greatly. So that means there's no free speech because you can't say whatever you want without being hit back so bad that the consequence is not worth, employing or upholding your free speech. Now, let's see what's going on here. I can't believe I'm reading this. First, because I have to read it, because something like this existed, and then because this guy is doing what he's doing. I don't know how he's still alive, and I'm talking about Elon Musk and with his Twitter acquisition. I foresee this guy to something happen to this guy. He gets crazy, or he disappears, or he gets, in an accident, or has a heart attack, usually they don't have heart attacks, they usually have little strokes, if you know what I mean. So what's going on? A very important article for me, and I think for you too. This article comes from the Associated Press. That's the owner of the truth for us, the holder of the truth. We get information when Associated Press allows us to have it. You have to look how it functions. Just look for it. So this article comes from today, December 12, 2022, from 9:04 p.m. So, Musk's Twitter disbands its Trust and Safety Advisory Group. So, he disbands Trust and Safety Advisory Group. I just read the title and I said, I think I know exactly what's going on. And I read the first sentence. Elon Musk's Twitter has dissolved its Trust and Safety Council, the advisory group of around 100 independent civil, human rights and other organizations that the company formed in 2016 to address hate speech, child exploitation, suicide, self-harm and other problems on the platform. Musk, I guarantee you, he did this only for the hate speech thing, not for the rest, because I know he doesn't support child exploitation, he doesn't support suicide, self-harm and other problems, but hate speech, I think it's covered by the Constitution, isn't it? It's a question. I think so. Unless you act crazy and all that, and you don't threaten people and so on, I understand. So see how this thing is done? By independent civil. What's independent? They don't depend on anybody or no funding. They don't depend on. How are these independent? When I say it's independent organization, what do you mean? Self-funded? Someone funds you. You're not independent anymore because you depend on the funds of someone else. You think you're not going to look around and say, hey, this company just gave us $3 million. Oh my God. And they might not give me the next year. What do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to be honorable and do just my job and that's it? Or I'm going to pay attention. If I say that, I know they like that kind of, they are to the left a little bit. So let me tweak it a little bit to the left. What's independent? Who works for these guys? Do you think there's anything like independent? Maybe you and I try to be, but we have our own opinion on certain things. We can't be objective all the way. We'll be machines. We're not. So we have preferences and we have likes and dislikes. So we try to keep them at bay sometimes, most of the time, but sometimes you say it. Like right now, I'm for free speech. I say, well, hate speech is, falls under the Constitution, I think, protected by the free speech, hate speech. Well, see, if you have someone else going to say, no, it's not so, you can't hurt someone's feelings, really. So you see, it's based on preference. What's the truth? I think the truth is that you can hate how much you want and whomever you want. Don't act upon it, then it's going to be a crime. Anyway, so the council has been scheduled to meet with Twitter representatives Monday night, but Twitter informed the group via email that it was disbanding it shortly before the meeting was to take place, according to multiple members. Oy vey, now you're going to see how these guys are going to cry. The council members who provided image images of the email from Twitter to the Associated Press spoke on the condition of anonymity. They didn't even have the courage to show up and say it because they're independent, right? If you're independent, why are you afraid? Oh, someone's going to hurt you? Due to the fears of retaliations. By whom? Who's going to retaliate against you? Twitter? Or whom? People? You just name a fact. Why are you afraid? What retaliations? From people saying, oh, so you are the weasels. I think that's why they're afraid. They're afraid that once they say, well, we are this organization. Let's say ADL. We're ADL, and which is independent as I am, I don't know, a flying monkey or something. I might be at night. But anyway, under certain circumstances, if the partner allows. So anyway, here we have, and a partner is a she. I identified as a he. All right, here we go. So yeah, I think these guys did not want to say, well, we're from ADL, because people like me and like others would say, aha, so you were the truth keepers, the ones that would maybe censor us before, you know? Yeah, that's the weasels. Fears of retaliation. By whom? Not by Twitter. By humans who are using Twitter and wonder why their posts were not viral, or their posts you couldn't find them, or all that, because of these guys and all the, how do you call it? I can't remember how you call it. Jesus Christ. Now, the email said Twitter was reevaluating how best to bring the best structure to do this. Yes, it's going to be a moderating, but not by these guys. They had too much power, I guess, independent. Yeah, and who's overseeing their power? We, the people. When I say we'll have the fact checkers, and who fact checks the fact checkers? They decide. Anyway, you know what I mean. Algorithm. That's what it was. They determine the algorithm, and based on the algorithm, you're bye-bye or you're not bye-bye. So our work to make Twitter a safe, informative place will be moving faster and more aggressively than ever before, and we will continue to welcome your ideas going forward about how to achieve this goal, said the email, which was signed Twitter. The volunteer group provided expertise and guidance on how Twitter could better combat hate, harassment, and other harms, but didn't have any decision-making authority and didn't review specific content disputes. We're going to find out about that in a few. Shortly after buying the Twitter, Musk said he would form a new content moderation council to help make major decisions, but later changed his mind. Twitter's Trust and Safety Council, I'm quoting, was a group of volunteers who over many years gave up their time when consulted by Twitter. Okay, now they're just defending themselves here, and we're supposed to believe it. I don't believe it. Anyway, so it says here the former council members soon became the target of online attacks after Musk amplified criticism of them and Twitter's past leadership attacks, verbal attacks. You can't stand that? You don't have balls? No, you don't have balls. You're down there. Leadership for alleged not doing enough to stop child sexual exploitation on the platform. And I'm quoting, "It is a crime that they refuse to take action on child exploitation for years," Musk tweeted. So it was not that they were defending that. All they wanted, mostly, I would say, was banning speech that was not acceptable or approved or fit the narrative. Those false accusations by Twitter leaders were endangering current and former blah blah blah. The Trust and Safety Council, in fact, had as one of its advisory groups one that focused on child exploitation. Now they try to cover. Okay, that's basically what they want. So this is what happened. The guys were disbanded by Musk and give them no power whatsoever. Well, we didn't have any powers. Okay, well, you didn't have any. All right. Why wasn't I consulted? Can I be a volunteer and say that should go, that should not go? I don't like that one, and that's stupid. I think that's hateful. Can I be the one who determines that? And if not, why not? I'm independent. Oh, I'm not important. Okay. Well, you have to be important to do that, to be right, or what? Or you have your voice heard. That's how the things work. So these guys say, we don't need you anymore, because of this and because of that and because of this and because of that. I'm pretty sure Musk will put something in place, but I hope he's going to allow people to speak freely, and he would let, how should I put it, like a free market that we don't have. let the market of idea decide who's viral, who's not viral, who likes who and who doesn't like who. Not impose algorithms and promote this and hide that and all that. That's not just. That's not fair. And you find out only when this guy takes over Twitter that that's been kind of like, you know what I mean? I hope that this Musk is working to give us more freedom of speech. Not more freedom of speech. Break some shackles that we were, prevented from expressing certain ideas or certain opinions. Not prevented necessarily, prevented by the fact that you are blocked, closed, put to the bottom. Look for this thing. It's like 3,599 is a tweet down there or something. And the same with YouTube. Things work like that. And you say, well, it's a private company. It can do whatever it wants. Yeah, but we can also say that they are doing a shitty job, right? We can say that. I mean, these guys are doing a shitty job. You can say it, and then at the end, you can come with a conclusion and say, well, these guys infringe speech regarding that issue. You can't even talk about it. Now, what is that? I mean, and if you have the monopoly, is that a good thing? No, it's not. And now the left is crying, oh my God, they allow the crazies to come back on Twitter and say whatever they are. No, they say their side of the story. It's not going to be only this side of the story, it's going to be the other one as well. And you don't like it? Use your brain. Arguments, evidence, facts. That's how you argue. You don't prevent the other side from speaking and then you have only one opinion and say, see, that's the acceptable opinion. Like you have, for instance, children or teenagers accessing YouTube and they ask, okay, I want to know about this precise certain event, and you find only one opinion on that, and you scroll down for about 150 videos if you have that patience, and believe me, a teenager doesn't have that patience, or a young adult. He goes the first 20 and whatever the finds over there, access it and watches. Now those are the same thing. Why? Because the other opinion is dug somewhere, like 50,000 video starts to show up an opposite opinion on that, or facts that would contradict this ones. The child would live with this opinion. He's not going to look, oh, maybe this guy's lied to me, or maybe this guy's hid the other thing, I'm going to look again. No, they're going to do, okay, this is it. That's going to get an information, move on, another issue again, put over there. They're going to have only one option for the next 30,000 videos, going to be with the same opinion, and they scroll down 20, they all say the same thing. So they must be true. It's a consensus of that. No, it's not. You don't get to see the other side unless you work harder, patient, try to find from books, try to find from things that were not, how should I put it, published in the past, 20 years or so, and you're going to find a different opinion. And you got books, you still have them. You can go to the library and you can read for free. And many other ways to find out what's going on. Speak with older people, and you're going to find out a lot of things that right now supposedly are like this, and they're always like this. No, they were not always like this. Talk to the old people and tell you, I can't believe I fucking see the commercials that I see. It was not like this, but you come in this world and you see those commercials that are not a representation of reality, and the children get, socialized, and they say, oh, this is the way it is. No, that's manufactured. That's why when you go in real life, you go with a preconception that this is this, this is this, and this is this. And you go over there and you get punk, and after a few of these say, hey, was I lied? Yes, you were. By school? Yes. Authority figures? Yes. Important people? Yes. TV? Yes. Mass media? Yes. Hollywood? Entertainment industry? Yes. And say, hey, what the fuck? Everything is a lie? Well, in certain areas, yes. In certain areas, yes, it is a lie. And the problem is the ones who create this kind of lie, they're very intelligent. All right? They're not like retards. But sometimes they have to lower their guard because they say, hey, this society is so dumb nowadays that we can go, get away with this shit. So yeah, anyway. Learn, look for the truth. And mostly be courageous to try to look for it with an open mind. Open mind doesn't mean you have to accept everything. No, open mind is accepting a different opinion or face a different opinion or a different piece of knowledge and research it. If that contradicts your narrative, look into it. You don't have to accept it, or you don't have an open mind. Nowadays, when someone accuses you of that, personal accusation, personal ad hominem attack, they do it so you shut the fuck up and you accept his perversity. No, I have an open mind to listen to you, and I'm going to make up my mind based on the information I have and you provide me. I'm not going to say, if you say, hey, you know what, you have to see me as glasses. Well, I don't see you as glasses. You don't have an open mind. Not like that. You have to provide evidence to support your cause. That's how we used to do. Nowadays, it's not like that. Nobody will hear from you. Why? Because we say that. Who? The safety and control shit. Volunteering, independent organizations, my ass. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.